guys, this is applesoccer bringing you some Monster Hunter gameplay. And first of all, before I say anything, I want to talk about the little gameplay. Where I spawned in is a, whatchamacallit, little area that you could mine some rare minerals or get some rare herbs or bugs or something to make better items. And and you should do it, but with me being there and me just wanting to do this video, I decided not to. And I just ate a well done steak. That's what boosts your stamina to the maximum, and stamina is that yellow bar you see that's depleting right there when I'm running. That bar helps you dodge. That bar tells you when your stamina is gone. So if you're like using weapon like I am, switch axe, there's this one move that like completely drains your stamina, and dodging also drains your stamina. So yeah, you don't want to do anything that drains your stamina, but it doesn't. But it rises quickly. So yeah. Oh, anyway, Monster Hunter Tri. This is a fun game. It's a Wii only game, but the Monster Hunter series isn't Wii only. The Monster Hunter series has came out for a while. If you don't know what it is, it's I believe mostly on the PSP. I don't know if there's a PS2 version or not. I just know there's PSP and this one Wii game from the Monster Hunter series. And right now you might be saying, what the fuck am I fighting? Well, I am fighting a monster called Deviljho. And this is an event quest to make him, size or whatever, into like a giant. This is an event quest that made him like a giant or something. And he's normally not this big, just like probably cut him in half or something. Like, I don't know. Well, at the end you'll see what I mean by it. Well, anyway, in this game is where you basically fight monsters on different maps, and there's about hammer, crossbow, longsword, switch axe, great axe, great sword. There's about 5 different weapon classes. The hammer, which is basically a hammer. The longsword, which that person is using rebel, and the great sword, which Lieutenant Dan is using. What did I say? Switch axe. Oh, switch axe, which I'm using, and the crossbow, which is what I'm not using. Well, anyway, these aren't the only switch axes, crossbows. Long swords and great axes. There are different types and like different ones. As you can see there's 2 different great swords, Lieutenant Dan and Jordan are using. And yeah, there's different switch axes, long swords, great swords, every weapon, and they each have different effects and different powers and stuff like that. It's basically like Call of Duty and the gun selection. And just different strengths, weaknesses, and stuff like that. There's like this gun, not gun, there's this great sword that, no, not a great sword. Oh, and there's also sword and shield, forgot that. And I would tell you, like, basically look, here Pico came, trying to fight us when we're fighting a Super Deviljho. If you didn't see it, was that like little bird monster thing that was like off to the side. See it right there. It just popped out of nowhere trying to fight us when we were fighting Deviljho, which is like a bajillion times better than that. Deviljho is more dangerous, is one of the most dangerous monsters in the game, I guess. Well, anyway, yeah. Let me just speak about what every weapon type is for used for. The hammer is used for stunning the monsters and basically breaking anything that you can with the head. The Deviljho, you could like crack its face like I don't know, once or twice. I can't remember. Twice, I believe. Crack its face, and there will be a scar on it, and that's how you know you broke it or something. And the hammer is used for stunning the monsters. If I don't know if I said that already, I think I did. And now let's switch to the sword and shield. You don't get to see the sword and shield in this gameplay, but sword and shield is basically used for major. I believe it's supposed to be used for major status damage, like paralyzing, sleeping, or poison. Because personally, that's my opinion on the sword and shield. I use it. The elemental damage is really great, but overall damage, like just plain out damage, is not that great. And then there's the the switch axe is what I'm using. Switch axe is a weapon that transforms into an axe, as you see there, and a sword. It's not like the word sword, but it's like a. Anyway, yeah. The sword is the good. Switch axe is mostly used for hitting off tails and doing a lot of damage. And the switch axe, for cutting off tails. As you can see here, what I mostly try to do throughout this entire match, but I was failing because this thing is so huge. And yeah, it also does a lot of damage to any part of the body after you cut off the tail. And then there's the great sword. The great sword is a tail cutter as well. The great sword could also stun the monsters by doing like only one move, like slap it in his face or something with the great sword. And that could possibly stun it as long as you've done it enough times, or if there's a hammer user in the same party lobby thingy. But the great sword is used for cutting off the tail mostly and doing a lot of damage, since it's probably the strongest weapon inside the game. Like you could do this charge, like recharge it or something, and you get like a massive critical hit or something like that. I'm not really a great sword user; it's too slow for me. And then there's the long sword, which you can see. And then you can see longsword that Rebel's using, and it's mostly to do spam a lot of attacks on it, which is you would guess do a lot of damage to it. Yeah, longsword also is good for tail cutting if you could reach it, but most longswords can. All longswords aren't shaped like the sword Rebel has. They're mostly straight, very long. I could probably show it to you if you want me to. And then there's the crossbow, which is mostly used for status damage, and it could cut tails off with one type of ammo, which most people don't use crossbows, and if they either do use crossbows, but they're really good at it. Like whenever I used to play this a lot. I didn't see much crossbows, but whenever I saw one, they always were good, and they would do a lot of status damage, like either make it fall asleep or paralyze it really fast or something like that. And then there's the am I missing any weapon? I don't think so. Oh yeah, that's about it for the weapons. Monster Hunter Tri is a great game. Personally, if I wasn't trying to get 100k kills on Reflex, I would have still played this game. And because right now I'm like HR 100 or 101 or 113 or something around there, and it takes a very long time to get that. I don't even know how many hours or days I put into this game, but it was a lot because this is a really fun game. Like, you get event quests. I mean, sure, they cycle sometimes, but most of the time they're new. Like, if you haven't played this game in a while, like me, this was a new event quest for me. I don't know how long it's been up or how many times it's come up, but yeah. Yeah, that's about it for that. And then, let's talk about what to talk about. This game, you would like to dodge the monster. Dodge the monster's attacks. Yes, like any other game. Dodge bullets, dodge enemies, dodge stuff and shenanigans like that. The audio is a little laggy. This monster, the Deviljho, when it goes red like that, you can see it does clearly a lot of damage. As you can see, it did to me right there. And I am wearing a whatchamacallit, support armor, I would say. Like, whenever I drink a regular potion, I would heal my teammates and stuff. I didn't know my teammates were going on for a capture. I thought we were just gonna kill it because most times people don't like to capture Deviljho. Right here, the Deviljho wanted me for some reason. Probably knew awesome and wants to try and kill something awesome. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, we captured the Deviljho. And most capture quests, I mean, kill quests, if you capture it, it usually ends in 20 minutes, not two. I mean 20 seconds, not 1 minute. Anyway, yeah, it's because you gotta like kill quests. You can carve the monster. And Monster Hunter Tri, you see, like, do some in-game text messages and stuff. I'm sorry if this was a little boring, but I wanted to bring you some, you know, different gameplay than Call of Duty and Conduit. Sorry. This game really is a fun game if you like pick it up. I don't know how much it costs right now or anything. I use a classic controller on it because, you know, that's like the best way to play this game. In fact, this is how I got my classic controller. So yeah, this is a great game. Like, if you get bored of Black Ops or something, like I do. Oh, and by the way, I'm at 98k kills. This game is really fun. I mean, it's fun killing monsters and playing a team, but you have to have like a friend to play with or something. This game does have a sort of, okay, I don't want to tell you guys, but it's okay. It has we speak, but it's terrible. I can see here. Hold on. And look, I HR'd up. So you can see my old longest is like 1k and this one is 6k. So if you could probably like cut it in half or something, and then cut that one in half, it's probably about that size. So yeah, this is the end of the gameplay. I'm sorry I didn't do that good in this gameplay. It's because it was my first gameplay back, and at the beginning, my Dazzle was like decided not to record. I'm like, okay, Dazzle, let's fight. As you can see here, I'm gesturing bye-bye to you guys. I'm bowing for you guys, and now I'm gonna do a prance and taunt. Dance. Oh yeah, peace, guys. Get this game, it's fun. Well, I'm not telling you to get this game, but you know, it's a fun game, so yeah, peace.